Welcome back. It's our Halloween special for 2025. My name is JP, and in this video, we'll look at how you can create this whammy of a double heading that gives your text a little bit of definition, and in this case, makes it more eerier than it should. But you can use this for all kinds of campaigns. Let's see how you do it. Back into Brizy we go, and this is going to work for WordPress and Cloud. I'll do it from scratch, so go to Add Elements, click on text and drag it where you want it to go onto the page. I'll select all by triple clicking and then type in Halloween, select my text, let's change the color, and I'll grab my color picker over here. Let's choose a different color. I'll go for this yellow up there. Now I'll go to my typography, and I've uploaded a lot of fonts that I think are going to work very well for our Halloween campaign. Let's use this one, Creepster. I'm going to go with Creepster for this one. And then I will increase the size until it almost fills the text box. So you can see we get there, and I'll also center align it and a few more things. I don't like the space at the top and the bottom, so that's done with the line height. I'll bring it down to 1. Next, I want to make it bigger, but beyond those borders, and we have a video on that. I'll quickly do it. Go to Styling, Transform, and I'll select Scale, Preserve Size, and then grow it like this, just a little bit. Now that we've done that, what we're going to do next is select it and duplicate it. And we are going to move one behind the other one. But what you have to be cognizant of, throwing in a big word on this day, is of your Z index, which one is on top of which one. And in the amazing world of website building, the one at the bottom is actually the one on top. Let's change the color of the one at top. Go to the colors and I'll make it gray, slight gray like that. Ooh, that works perfectly for me. And next, go back to my styling, transform, and I'll increase the scaling of this one a little bit more. And what you see immediately is that this yellow overlays the gray, and that's what we mean by the Z index. So the bottom one will go on top of this one. I'll reduce the size a little bit because I think it's too big, just a tad. And now select the text at the bottom. Go to your styling, and now we select margins, and we start with the top margin. I always tell people, if you think of margins, think of moving a specific point on the page. And that is going to be moving it up. So we go to the top margin, and to move it up, we have to move to the left, which is a negative value. And you simply drag it. And if you cannot move it anymore, what you do now is you can just type in a value that you'll find like that is 120. You can even go ahead and put it on positioning and move it by yourself. I think this works for me. I'm pretty happy with this one, and I think this looks pretty groovy. Reduce the space a little bit here. And then for happy, let's also make this the same yellow. And you can understand that there is far more applications than just this. If you think of all the effects that we have under styling, and you can go to transform, you also have skew here. Go to the skew Y value, and this slider is as sensitive as the hair on the back of my neck, so be very gentle. Not working. You can see? Oh, wow. You probably have to go in and type that in values by hand. Not a problem. You can also do offset, and offset is actually a much easier way than the margins I had showed you earlier. So you can see here, instead of having to work with that margin at the top and putting in the values one by one, you simply go to the offset, and how easy it is to drag it all over the page. These transform tools really give you the power to kind of ignore those margins that we used to use for images and text. And of course, you can add a little bit effects in there if you want to as well. For example, if you want to put a scroll in there, you can put a 3D tilt. So when people, ooh, looky, that's very interesting. A 3D tilt, that works very nicely. Now it looks like a 3D Halloween with that background. What you can do in this case is probably, if you select the background, the Halloween in the back and you put a 3D tilde in reverse, the two will reverse in opposite directions. Extra animation for your page. Remember to subscribe for more tips. Loads of stuff still coming in 2025. Even it feels like the year is almost over. From me, JP, see you next time, and visit us at brizy.io.